We're going to kick off sport. I'm Matt.
I'm Sam.
And we're going to be covering the qualifiers for the 9th of October.
Yeah.
European qualifiers, that is.
Yeah. Because, see, sometimes what I was noticing, because a couple days ago, the South American matches were kind of the same day as the Europeans. But, yeah, the only, qualifying teams playing today were the European ones. And, these are the last games, right?
Yeah, not including the playoffs that will come after. These are the last group games, yeah.
When do the playoffs normally? Is that months away, or is that a matter of weeks away?
I don't remember, because England have never really been in one to my memory, but they can't be that far off. I think the draw is on, what's today, Monday? I think the draw is tomorrow, so it's got to be pretty soon.
That'll be pretty cool. So yeah, we might cover that. We might cover the draw if it's tomorrow. Right, so we'll kick off the action with Group D, which was the Austria-Moldova game. The games today, from what I can see, are kind of the lowest scoring.
Yeah, some of them are. We got some freshening in, but I suppose some of the teams are being conservative and playing defensive if they qualified or they got a chance to, and others got to go for it. Just you're not going to get anyone smashing anyone apart from the Macedonia game, which we'll get to later, I guess.
Yeah. So Austria versus Moldova, 1-0. Nothing special there. Just a quick knock-in. Your thoughts?
Yeah, there's nothing to play for. Austria had an outside chance to qualify, but it was never really going to happen, was it? It was down to the Welsh and the Irish, so it's kind of a dead rubber. That's what I'd expect, but not much to it.
A dead what? What's a
dead rubber?
What's that? Is that some?
It means a match that doesn't mean. It means a match that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, cool. I never heard that before. So yeah.
Oh my God.
That brings us to the second game. Another 1-0. Serbia versus Georgia.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Well, now that was important because Serbia won the group, which means that they avoid the playoff and they finish above the Irish and the Welsh. Is a good result for them. I guess it's a case of getting it was a late goal, 74th minute. Good on them. I think a lot of people, with the way the Welsh were at the Euros, would have had money on Wales all day long, but Serbia have deservedly finished top. Best goal difference in the group as well.
So would you say that was a bit of an empty rubber game as well?
Dead rubber, and no, because that meant Serbia won the group. If they lost, I believe the Irish could have pipped them.
Okay. So yeah, the most important game, you've mentioned it a couple times. The last game for Group D was Wales versus the Republic of Ireland, which ended 1-0 to the Irish. To be sure. Your thoughts?
It's not a great game. Both teams were being fairly defensive for obvious reasons, but the Irish pull it out. That they haven't qualified. It means they got a playoff spot. Irish have a bit of a dodgy history of the playoffs. They lost famously to the French a few years back with a Thierry Henry handball. I'm hoping to avoid a situation like that again, but I don't know. How do the Welsh feel about it? They were so good at the Euros, but now they haven't qualified.
Well, it just so happens we have the Welsh international team on the other line. Would you like me to ask them?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Gareth Bale? I'm sure he missed out, didn't he? So
I'm just getting. Yeah. Apparently, they don't feel great about it. So your overall for Group D, who were the top three finishers in the table? What does the table look like?
The top three finishers.
Yeah.
Serbia top, the Irish second, then Wales. I think it'll be disappointment for the Irish and the Welsh. They should have finished above Serbia, but Serbia, good on them.
All right, and that brings us to Group G. The first game of that, Albania versus Italy, that ended with Italy scoring the one goal, so the fourth 1-0 of the day. Would you expected more from Italy against Albania?
Albania weren't bad. They were third in the group, right behind Italy. So it's not like they're terrible, but it's classic Italy, isn't it? 1-0 to Italy. Good old. I prefer it. I don't like this idea of Italy banging in loads of goals. Keep it defensive, 1-0. Good old fashioned Italy. 73rd minute goal, pretty late, but it's all they could do really. Spain have won the group already, so playoffs for them.
Better late than never. The second game, Israel versus Spain, another 1-0 to Spain. Would you expect?
Yeah, that was kind of unconvincing. Yeah, I would. They're by far, well, maybe by far they're certainly better than everyone else, barring Italy. But that was a dead rubber. They have won the group. Another late goal. Spain are a difficult one to peg at this point. They're not the best team in the world anymore, but how good can they be? We'll see at the World Cup.
So a couple of empty rubbers.
Definitely going to be there.
A couple of empty rubbers for the day, and that brings us to the most convincing match of the day: Macedonia versus Liechtenstein, 4-0. Now, if my analysis is correct, Liechtenstein lost every single one of their games.
Minus 38 goal difference. Macedonia are only a spot above them in the table. It's not like they're any great shape, so that's embarrassing. I mean, what can you say? They're both terrible, but Macedonia are marginally better. Minus 38 goal difference.
So looking at the group G table, final thoughts and analysis.
Well, if you'd asked me before, obviously Spain and Italy were the best teams, and that's how it's kind of panned out. It's what I would have expected. Albania surprised me a little, but I mean that was always on the cards. Liechtenstein, sorry. But for Spain, Spain are a weird one. Obviously, they've been far better than England in recent years, but they used to be a lot like England, a team who massively underachieved for what they had. And now they're at a point where they've achieved everything, and that generation's coming to an end. I don't see them making inroads at the World Cup.
Okay.
I imagine, even though they finished below them, Italy will probably do better.
Okay.
If they qualify.
That's an interesting perspective. That brings us to Group I. Finland versus Turkey, 2-2. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's interesting. I think Turkey will be disappointed. I mean, they had an outside shot of getting there. Well, did they? No, probably not. Turkey, I don't know how to analyse Turkey. They were a weird one. They qualified for a couple of tournaments, but they were never great. I think they would have wanted to have finished third, at least, and they finished fourth. Not far off it, but they got the best they could get. Finland, they did all right. At least they didn't finish bottom.
Some pride in that. Second game, Iceland, Kosovo. Iceland won 2-0.
Now, Iceland, you see, I know a lot of people have been talking about Wales and how well they did at the Euros and how they haven't been able to carry it on, but Iceland have. That's impressive. They finished top of the group and above Croatia. I don't see them doing what they did at the Euros, but this has got to be the best Iceland team there's ever been. Good on them.
Any standout players?
No, not really. I mean, Gylfi Sigurdsson, I guess, but there's no world beaters.
Gil. Yeah, and the final game for the day, Ukraine versus Croatia. 2-0 to Croatia. Ukraine, where were you?
2-0 for Croatia. That's a good result. They'll be disappointed though
What?
to finish below Iceland.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, playoff spot for them as well. I think. I guess something's be hoping to draw. Who would Croatia want? Maybe the Republic of Ireland.
Liechtenstein.
They ain't got a playoff spot.
Yeah. So what's the table looking like? What's the Group I table looking like?
Iceland the top. They won the group, 22 points. Croatia with 20 are in second, so there's a playoff spot for them. And then Ukraine are third. Turkey fourth. Finland and then Kosovo. Okay, Kosovo got a point.
For the playoff places, is that strictly European as well, or is there like the other territories?
There are other playoffs, but everyone plays in their own territory.
Okay.
So it's not like the Irish might draw Argentina or something.
Okay, just checking. All right. So what does it?
Yeah.
Final thoughts. What does this mean?
I think it means disappointment for the Welsh. I think it makes the playoffs quite interesting as well. You've got some decent teams in there. Italy are in them. Croatia are there. The Irish are there. So someone big's going to miss out. I don't know who it's going to be, but we'll see.
If you were to
the draw come in pretty soon.
If you were getting down to brass tacks and you had to pick a big one, who's more likely to face disappointment? Just one name. Who would it be?
Croatia.
Okay. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up.
Yep. We'll kick off sport. I'm Matt.
I'm Sam. And we'll see you next time.
And we'll see you next time.